Determined, dependable. This is News 10 ABC.
I would have never thought that something would have happened like that.
A little girl fighting for her life in the hospital right now. Her own stepmother charged with hurting her. What police believe happened here.
Plus, a high school on lockdown. Police responding to reports of a weapon on campus. What an officer actually found and who they're now interviewing.
But first, cleaning up corruption. 9 government officials in this state facing federal charges tonight.
One of them an aide to Governor Cuomo with close ties to the Cuomo family. The other, the former head of the SUNY Polytechnic Institute right here in Albany.
News 10 ABC's Trishna Begum joins us now in the studio, beginning our team coverage on this important story. Trishna.
John, Lydia, this is a huge blow to state government, and all of those accusations against those 9 defendants detailed here page by page in this more than 80-page criminal complaint. And today, Attorney General Preet Bharara laying out their alleged bribery scheme.
This is big-time stuff, and it goes to the core of how I think state government operates, and it's distressing and disconcerting.
And U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara is making a point of it to shed light on the corruption in Albany.
Companies got rich, and the public got bamboozled.
Along with those companies, Bharara's office says 9 men lined their pockets, including Governor Cuomo's former executive deputy of secretary, Joseph Percoco.
Percoco was essentially on call for the energy company to exert official pressure on multiple state officials to find ways to help the energy company.
And all Bharara says Percoco and his wife solicited $322,000 from 2 different companies in exchange for official favors from the state.
Percoco and Howe used a colorful coded term for that bribery money, ZD. This is described in the complaint, quote, keep the ZD flowing.
Along with the bribes, Bharara says there was an overlapping scheme of bid rigging for hundreds of millions of dollars in New York state contracts connected to the Buffalo Billions Initiative. Alan Calieros allegedly helped with those tailored bids.
The contracts would go to hand-picked friends of the administration, friends being a euphemism for large donors.
But the one person not named in this complaint is at the head of state government, Governor Cuomo.
There are no allegations of any wrongdoing or misconduct by the governor anywhere in this complaint. That's all I'm going to say.
Governor actually came up twice in that news conference. Bharara also added that he hopes that this goes to trial in order to show all New Yorkers the gory details behind state government. In the studio, I'm Trishna Begum for News 10 ABC.
Thank you so much, Trishna. Now, lawyers for the accused are weighing in. In a statement, Todd Howe's lawyer says his client has accepted responsibility and will testify in the case. Joseph Percoco's lawyer protests his client's innocence, calling the charges an overreach of classic proportions. He says Percoco will plead not guilty and take the case before a jury.
Now, then there's Elaine Calieros. He has been suspended without pay, and he makes a lot of money from his position at the State University. SUNY saying today they're going to cooperate fully with the investigation. At the state capitol today, officials are taking notice. News 10 ABC's Ayla Ferrone continues our team coverage there.
The nearly 80 pages of this complaint outline how Joseph Percoco, sometimes referred to as Mario Cuomo's 3rd son, allegedly was involved in a quid pro quo. So how likely is it that the governor knew this was happening?
The answer to that question, getting 2 very different answers from either side of the aisle.
I would be shocked if he knew about it and allowed it to continue. I would be totally shocked.
Look, if Andrew Cuomo didn't know, then he's incompetent.
That's because the main defendant of the complaint is a former top aide to the governor and longtime friend. Joe Percoco is accused of using his power in a bribery scheme to award bids to companies, in turn lining his own pockets.
And it's pretty clear, if these allegations are true, that his trust in Percoco was misplaced.
Government watchdog Blair Horner saying it's a problem with the way the system of bidding works.
The economic development programs were set up for speed, not openness.
The governor saying today in a statement, I have zero tolerance for abuse of the public trust from anyone. If anything, a friend should be held to an even higher standard. Local lawmakers commending U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara for his work at uncovering corruption.
More than likely, somebody's going to go to jail. The U.S. Attorney General has a pretty good batting average. Would have been in a Hall of Fame a long time ago.
Keep going, keep digging. There's more there, and we're going to, I just encourage him to keep going.
Again, it's important to note that at this time, these are only allegations, but earlier today, the U.S. Attorney saying he hopes that these will go to trial so that the people of New York can see this alleged corruption come out of the shadows and into the light. I'm reporting at the Capitol, Ayla Ferrone, News 10 ABC.
Now, this federal case, not the only one SUNY Poly President Caballeros is facing. The state attorney general's office is pursuing charges against him as well. He's accused of steering taxpayer-funded contracts to companies he handpicked.
These charges are yet another important step in ensuring that there's one set of rules for everyone in the state of New York.
Also charged in this state investigation, Joe Nicola, the president of Columbia Development, one of the companies Caballeros is accused of steering contracts to. Both men are set to be arraigned in Albany City Court. Stay with us for all of the latest developments on News 10 ABC.